President Bush kicked off a day-long tax policy discussion presented by his presidential center. I moderated a session with some prominent governors. Meet two of them in just a minute. Governors Mary Fallin, Republican from Oklahoma, and Paul LePage, governor from Maine. But I want you to listen to New Jersey's Chris Christie, who set the table this morning for a lot of the discussion about taxes, government spending, and the need to say no.
We start off with the answer being no until we get ourselves in the right fiscal condition. And then we could say yes to the right things, to cutting taxes, to lowering regulation, to empowering the people of our state and our country to be optimistic again.
I'm here at the New York Historical Society at the Bush Institute Conference, and I'm sitting with Governor Mary Fallin of Oklahoma and Governor Paul LePage of Maine. Thank you for doing this. We appreciate your time very much.
Sure.
Can I just get a quick take? Rick Santorum has suspended his campaign. A good guy. What's your take on that?
Well, Senator Santorum is a great guy, and I think he's certainly helped the debate throughout America about why it's important to go back to the conservative principles that have made this nation great. You know, limited spending, reform of government, standing up with our constitutional principles, standing for life. I mean, those are all the things that he talked about on the campaign trail. How do we create a better business environment in our nation? And I think he added so much to the debate. But I also understand that there comes a time when it's time to move on, and he's decided to do that. So,
big plus for Governor Romney, don't you think?
It's a big plus for Governor Romney. Now he needs to pull all Republicans and all former candidates together, unify the party, and let's move on and take the White House.
Let me ask both of you. You are two prominent Republican gubernatorial tax reformers. Okay, you're leading the way. You're lowering tax rates in your respective states. Today, President Obama out on the campaign trail talking about the Warren Buffett rule, the millionaires tax, and fairness. I want to ask you what you think about that. It runs counter to what you all are doing.
Well, in Maine, a millionaire's tax would be $19,000.
Right.
Need I say more? I think it's a lot of rhetoric, a lot of talk. You want to really help the millionaire in this country is let them put their money into investments and hire people that need good jobs.
Do you think, what is he going to make this the issue in the campaign? Fairness, class warfare, taxing the rich, and it seems to me it's aimed at Governor Romney.
It seems to go against the American dream, and that is if you work hard, you take risk, you're honest, and you get out and create jobs and wealth and economy. That's kind of the American dream. Who doesn't want to be successful? And so he seems to me to be attacking successful people in our nation and what has made America great.
Is he bullying? Wealthy people? Serious question. I mean, he's bullied the Supreme Court. He's bullied the oil and gas industry. He's bullied you in Oklahoma over the Keystone Pipeline. It seems to me he's just bullying.
There's no question that he has a mentality of entitlement, and some of us believe in the American dream, as the good governor said. He believes in big government, centralized control, and I think it's going to be an interesting debate going till fall. I honestly feel that welfare needs to go, and the American dream needs to be revived, and we'll see who wins the battle. But I think that we're on with Senator Santorum stepping down, I think things are looking up.
You're doing the exact opposite in Oklahoma. I mean, you're doing it in Maine, but you're knocking your state tax rate down to, what, 3%? You're moving towards a flatter tax system. You're doing it to 4% in Maine. I mean, what are your constituents? Here's what I'm getting at. Is this a direct attack on capital and on investment? Is that what the president is doing? And will Romney call him on it? Will Romney be able to make the defensive case?
Romney does need to call him out. There's nothing wrong with being successful and earning your way to success. And Romney's created jobs. He's helped support American families by the jobs he's created. He's what I would call a turnaround guy. He's taken problems and he's turned those things around, whether it's been in his own state, whether it's been the Olympics, whether it's been with companies that he has worked for. He's a turnaround, problem-solving type guy. And we need a president that's going to be able to turn this national economy around and really deal with the problems that America faces.
You know, it's interesting. Governor Chris Christie this morning at the conference said compromise is not a dirty word as long as you stick to your principles. I want to ask you, is that the way Romney will operate? Is he the guy that can engage and make a deal to solve the spending, entitlement, and tax reform problems without giving in on his principles?
I would hope so. I mean, he's been a governor of Massachusetts, so it's not his first time running a government entity. Like Governor Christie said this morning, it really is going to boil down to speaking directly to the American people. And I believe that the new type of politician now, the rhetoric and making promises that you don't intend to keep, are things that are gone by the wayside. And we have 4 years of history now that President Obama does not follow what he says.
All right, Governor Paul LePage. Thank you, Governor Mary Fallin of Oklahoma. We appreciate it very much. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
Pleasure.